NBA ran through the Bill Russell Celtics with Casey Jones, Sam Jones, Tom Heinchen, Bob Cousy,
his team
John
was injured
Havlicek.
always too. Oscar Robertson's teams were always injured in the playoffs. He had the most unfortunate luck ever.
What killed Oscar is him and Jerry Lucas never had a true center in an era that was dominated by centers.
Yeah,
that's what killed Oscar. But Oscar, by the time he retired, was definitely in the GOAT argument. He wasn't like the undisputed GOAT. It was definitely Bill Russell, and then Kareem comes in. But Oscar was definitely in that combo at one point in his career.
Well, let's not act like he ain't break that fucking record that everybody thought wouldn't fucking be touched again. So, yes, they did think that nigga could have been in the GOAT conversation. He was averaging a triple-double.
That's cool. That's a cool folk story.
Yeah, that's cool. It was back then.
That's not a folk story. That's
that's cool. Yeah, that's cool, bro. I remember back then too. I remember the peach baskets and shit too. That's cool, man.
I just want to know how David Robertson and Charles Barkley got
in. That's why George Mikan at one time was considered one of the GOATs. It's just that as time progresses, he drops further down because we see better and better players. But George Mikan was in that conversation.
Basketball is the sport that is rapidly evolving the most every year.
Yes. I agree with that. Again, no one has really said anything in terms of trying to move anyone in terms of losses. We're just talking about losses at this point. So at this point, again, I just want to clarify. We've heard a lot of back and forth about this player having a bad series, that player having a bad series. You know what's funny is you guys take a look at the list and you think, oh, everybody in the list that's above X, Y, or Z, more specifically LeBron James, because that's really your angle. Like you can say whatever you want. I know that's your angle.
I just want to know how Charles Barkley and David Robertson is on this list.
Yeah, I'm worried about Charles Barkley being
like, how the hell did Charles Barkley get on this list?
Hold on, let's do this. So, why do you have Larry Bird at 8 over LeBron? Granted, how short his career was due to the back and the injuries and all that. Because then we got to look at who peaked higher. Do you think Larry Bird peaked higher than LeBron?
No. Well, yeah, that's arguable, actually.
Nigga, what?
That is definitely arguable. That is definitely arguable.
Drugs. This nigga said he peaked higher. Nigga, in what universe?
I said that's arguable, but
nigga, it's not. It's not. Nigga, that's just like
really,
going outside and saying the sky is red. That shit is not arguable.
It really depends on what you value. Again, like if you care, again, Cody, it's funny because you guys are laughing at Bird's peak. That's
no, but Bird's peak was unbelievable. I don't think anyone on this panel is going to deny that. With how short his peak was, it was unbelievable.
I just fucking heard 2 or 3 people wheezing in the fucking panel. Yeah. People are actually laughing at Bird's fucking peak. I
don't think it's that. I think it's that
it's fucking insane.
Bird
has one of the highest 5-year peaks in basketball. That's a fucking fact.
Absolutely. I just don't think when it comes to LeBron's peak that's arguable.
Yeah, I said 5-year peak. Key, is that you, Key?
And Barn having a damn 10-year. Having a 10-year.
Is that you, Key, coming off the fucking mute? Somebody on the fucking mute. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this cold out my nose, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. You can go clear your nose out. Come back. Listen. At the end of the day, bro, if you want to make an argument for somebody over this, that, and the other, that's cool, man. Right? We can do that. But if you just want to talk about how a player has a playoff loss, I don't see how that's going anywhere unless you actually have an angle for that. Really, what I'm trying to tell you right now is it's like none of these losses by any of these players are anything close to LeBron James' losses. That one loss, the 2 other losses as a favorite, as him as the best player.
I disagree with that. I just disagree.
Those 2 things, those things matter. Like if more importantly, if you're the offensive engine of your team, which is really something that a lot of LeBron James fans like to overlook, right? If you are the offensive engine of your team and you're losing more often than you're winning, that's a fucking problem.
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
I think the statement in of itself.
Disagree. No, I get it. You disagree with winning. That's okay.
No, because if it's about having if it's about being the best player and having the worst loss, it can't get any worse than losing as a 1 seed to an 8 seed.
It's not about that. It's not about that. That's what you came in and made it about. That's been the main argument.
Said losses. You just said LeBron has the worst losses.
And that's true, but that's what you brought up. That's what you brought up since then. So that's been the conversation since you've been here.
No. So how do you deal with the other players' losses, like Tim Duncan's? Like when he got swept as a
it happened.
He not swept.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So
what do I deal with it? Like it happened.
Losses. So I'm saying, how do you? Again, you've very well addressed LeBron's losses. We are now very well aware of his losses. Now, with the other players on this list who also have really bad losses, how do you correlate that to
how bad are they? No. Because at this point,
you want to
you want to measure it. How bad are they?
Okay, so let me. I just want to know how bad you think Tim Duncan losing as a 1 seed to an 8 seed is. Is that not that bad, or is that okay?
I mean, I don't put that whole series on Tim Duncan's head, though.
No, I don't put it on him. I don't put it on him because he won. He won as the best player on his team with no real help around him. He just came off.
Well, that team was good though.
Who did?
That was
Tim
the
Duncan?
number 1 seeded team.
We're talking about 04.
Tim Duncan?
The number 1 seeded the Spurs lost to the 8 seed.
But
what are we talking about?
I'm saying if that doesn't tear you down, then I don't know what does. If that's not a horrible loss,
can we just
okay? Let's do this. How would you measure?
Now you care more about seeds than you know. It's just like Jesus fucking Christ, brother.
I'll bring a loss we can measure. So how would you measure Curry's 3-1 loss, which a lot of people consider a collapse, which granted there is context. Draymond suspension game 5. Andrew Bogut was hurt.
There's a lot of context in that, Cody. I don't even want to talk about it. They started bringing that up earlier. The shit gets stupid fast. Shit gets stupid so fast I don't even want to touch it. I don't like it. It don't make sense. I don't want to touch it. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not cool, man. It's not cool at all.
That was a meltdown. I will agree with
it's a meltdown, but I will say Bogut being hurt.
You're trying to say that Curry had a meltdown? Jesus Christ!
No, I'm saying it's a team meltdown.
The Draymond suspension and Bogut being hurt does play a big factor in that.
Draymond was playing like a Finals MVP.
We're not going to sit here and act like that's not the biggest fucking thing here.
It's not. It's not bigger than Dirk's, but as a team, it still is a meltdown, even with the Draymond suspension, even with Bogut being hurt. It still is a meltdown. So that's why I was asking,
but
where would you measure that
argument that people make for 15, though. LeBron had all these
Kyrie and Caleb being hurt.
Yeah. So I feel like those two arguments kind of wash themselves out because the year before you make the same argument for LeBron, and I don't really fault him for 15. That wasn't necessarily LeBron's fault. He had injuries on the team, and that shit happens, and that's why we play the game.
Right, but then they give LeBron the brownie points for all that shit happening in 16, and then try to blame Curry for all of it too. It's like, bruh, what are we?
I'm not. Before I get out of here, one question. Charles Barkley, impact control translation.
Yeah,
how does he make this
exactly.
list?
Can somebody please just tell me that? How did he get to this list?
I didn't even see him. He's at 17. I didn't even see him.
Quick question. Who was Charles Barkley's second best player on that team when he took them to the finals?
Kevin Johnson,
who was a 20 and 10 guy?
They were loaded. It was a loaded team.
They did have KJ.
They were a 50-win team before
What are we
Barkley
talking
got
about?
there. They were a 50-win team before Barkley got there.
Is KJ a top 75 player?
He was a 20 and 10 player. He was one of the best guards in the league.
Is KJ a top 75 player?
No.
Was KJ a top 5 player at his position at the time?
At his position, arguably.
Yes, at the time,
definitely.
At the time, KJ was
at the time,
definitely.
Yes.
At the time,
at the time, bro.
Cody, hold on. Don't say definitely.
I'm saying definitely.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, basement. Hold on. Don't say definitely. Just because somebody else said arguably, and mind you, I agree with the arguably part. FYF, at that, I'm hard pressed, right? Watching Kevin Johnson play, his ability with the ball, his speed, his quickness, his handling with his dribbling. Like he was really quick. He was really good. He was a smart player. For his size, especially, right? Like he was pretty good. So I get you on the arguably part, but the problem is he's arguably he's not definitively number one. Number two, he's not a top 75 player. Number three, is this not the same conversation that we've had with other players like Giannis winning, a championship, no top 75, Jokic winning, no top 75. Curry.
Okay, but Barkley's team is why he's on this list.
Hold on. You guys remember my point earlier about 22 being better than 20 Bron? Real quick. Do we agree with that?
I'm just kind of lost at where we're at. I said with impact control translation, how does Barkley make the list?
And to be fair to Kevin Johnson is, he may not be a top 75 player, but that man had 5, 6 all NBA teams.
His career got cut short to injuries.
Kevin Johnson was a dog.
He struggled to play 50 games a season. He just got injured so much. That's the only reason why he's not top 75 because of injuries.
Thank you, FYF. Yes, thank you. Yes, that is again. I was going to say that, and then that is exactly why. In my opinion, that's the only thing that held him back from actually, because he really had probably another 4 or 5 seasons at that level. But again, I'm not the kind of person that likes to talk about projection with those types of things, with injuries specifically. That's go ahead.
Charles Barkley gets credit for taking a good team and losing.
You know who he lost to?
You don't got to tell me who he lost to. I was there.
Okay, so wait, hold on. You want to talk about that? What you mean you was there?
I was.
Hold on. You giving out second place? You giving out participation trophy?
Exactly.
Hold on.
FYF. That's what I was. That's what I'm saying.
We don't do participation trophies on this list.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, FYF. I'm confused. Isn't the guy at 15 the guy that stopped LeBron James from winning an additional championship after he became a back-to-back?
Who's your 15?
Kawhi.
I can't see it.
After becoming back-to-back Finals MVP, did Kawhi not do that? Oh, he did. Oh, at only 22 years old. That's right.
Okay, we still have to answer. How did Barkley make this list?
Exactly.
Bro, I just told you it has more so to do with the supporting cast around him, which really shows you his impact.
Did he win or not,
overall.
Bro? Did he win or not,
bro?
But be smooth. You can't tell me you're giving out participation trophy.
This is my problem with both y'all right here, right now. Like I'm gonna be 100,000 with y'all, like on some grown man shit. Y'all want to give LeBron Y'all want to give LeBron 6 fucking finals appearance participation trophies. But if somebody gives someone a pass, like Kobe on. I thought you guys were talking about 2011, but if you guys are talking about 2004, okay, cool. If you guys don't want to give Kobe a pass on that, or Duncan on 04, or any other player, when none of those losses are nearly as bad as 2011, and none of them also, right, just to add another layer to that loss, right, none of them had a series as bad. Even those losses in the earlier playoff rounds or in the finals, they never had a series as bad as LeBron James in 2007, shooting 36%. Okay?
So I actually have a question about the list, because I know.
At the end of the day, well, hold on, Cody. So I'm going to come to you in just a second. At the end of the day, bro, I'm not here to have circular conversations. I'm really not. In my opinion, Charles Barkley did a hell of a lot with a hell of a lot less, and went further than he should have, in my opinion. If we want to talk more about that, that's cool. Cody, you said you had some?
Yeah, I was going to ask, because ask you because I see you value championship wins a ton and all that. So where would you have
impact on winning? That's why even losses, have merit. But go ahead.
So then, where would you have a guy like Jerry West, who, yes, he's 1-8 in the finals, but he's putting up fucking like Superman numbers and is still losing in those finals? So where would
he have a super team? Didn't he have a super team majority of the time? Like, I hate to be the boomer, like using modern terms, but like just to be like straight to the point. Didn't he have a super team majority of the time he was losing? Wasn't he facing like really good team as well? So it's like he's having a good team, he's facing a good team. I feel like that kind of offsets everything else. And at the end of the day, if he's putting up monster numbers, everybody knows it is kind of hard to find some black and white tape, like on some real shit. So it's hard to just say with my own eyes what was really happening with Jerry West. But if you have that record, it's probably not good. And in 50 years, whenever the internet, fucking gets hacked and everything gets deleted and all the NBA files are gone and we have a blank spot in NBA in modern history, just like modern human history, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, then what are we going to say about these players of today? We're just going to have textbooks that tell us about it. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, what am I supposed to say? That's the result. Does that make sense? Like, at the end of the day, like, Jerry West was a really good player. His impact on winning is questionable when his production doesn't impact winning. When he's consistently losing more often times than not, when he's the focal point of his offense. I don't understand what's so hard to comprehend about.
He did win a Finals MVP when his team lost in the finals. I mean,
yeah, right. He's the only person to do that. I get that, right? That's the one.
You can't get more impactful than
one. That. No, I get that. That's the one, right? Not only just in finals history, but that's the one that he won, right? And that's great.
No, he lost. He won the finals MVP and lost.
I'm saying that's the one he won. Like that's the one finals MVP
right. Like,
he won.
It's crazy because the one finals he dropped, like in stats and production and stuff, is the one he won.
He won. Yeah. Right. It's a mix. Right. Trust me. It's a mixed bag. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, when you actually break it down, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And again, I care about end result. I care about impact on winning, a player's ability to control the game. If they're not doing that when it matters most, like playoff translation, then you're just out there, dilly-dallying.
How did Barkley's MVP season, it outside of maybe one or two games against the Bulls, he didn't translate very well. They held him to under 40% shooting in multiple games. In that game one, they held Barkley to like 9 to 25 shooting. KJ, they held him to 11 points. That game two, they held KJ to 4 points. Barkley had a massive game. No, Barkley had he had a massive game in that overtime game. But man,
it was like a double or triple overtime game too.
Yeah, Barkley.
I think it was.
He was not playing like the league MVP. He had some good games, but
game two, he had a great game. I love Charles Barkley.
He wasn't a riser. It was KJ with a great game three. KJ had a great game.
Smooth, real quick. Remember when you asked us a question, why can't we give other people a pass? I don't mind giving people a pass if you can also give passes. That's what I'm saying. By your criteria.
One is cool. 5 is fuck you.
What?
I'm not, bro.
What?
1 is cool. I accept that. 5 passes.
I'm not giving nobody. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about in general. The criteria has to line up all the way around. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's fair.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm not talking about for LeBron because LeBron that LeBron shit.
You're trying to say something else. That's my fault.
Yeah. I'm just saying I don't mind giving Kobe a pass or anybody else a pass, whoever did something, who just like even Barkley or whatever, because he had a lot. You're right. He didn't have as much help as some of the other teams, but I mean, even though he was an MVP, but I think that if you give people a pass, you got to give everybody Everybody got to get different passes for their losses.
That's exactly why I brought up Jerry West, man. Like, I get he had Elgin Baylor and Wilt, but his teammates are dropping in the playoffs while he's rising. Like,